right. We're back. Um, so, see how this goes, but hi Anton, been a while. So I've got rid of all my moderators because I've had to do it because someone seems to have been yeah, it's been a while. Hello, Shipton. Thank you for the like, whoever that is. So yeah, someone's been messing around. Someone's been blocking people without my permission. I don't know what's worse to think about, actually. Is there a God who's deliberately doing all this terrible stuff, or is there nothing at all? Yeah, you could argue that it's better to think there's nothing at all, because if there's a God doing horrible stuff, then we could potentially have eternity of suffering. So that's, yeah. Or you've been in hospital. Oh, really? Yeah, I think someone was asking like where you'd been because you'd been kind of absent for a while, but yeah, that's kind of how I see it. It's like, would it be better there's nothing at all, because then like it all could depend on your beliefs as well, because some people might believe in kind of more mystical kind of stuff, but they don't believe in God in the sense of like the Bible, but they believe in spirituality or something like that. They believe in the soul or something, but they don't believe in the God's part of it, if you get me. Some say that there might not necessarily have to be a God, but for there to be a soul or something like that. But the whole thing of God is what 17th June of, what does that even mean? You keep bringing these things in, because I'm just gonna have to like delete you from the chat if you keep doing this. Astral projection. Well, I've looked into that and I was trying to like believe in that stuff, but it's like the thing, not trying to believe in it, but I was trying to like open my mind up to it, but it was like, what my conclusion on it is that it's probably some form of lucid dreaming, like a wake induced lucid dream. It's like a way of, if you, because they say you have to do it at certain times, like 3 a.m. or whatever, 4 a.m. Like in the middle of your sleep, you would wake up like with an alarm clock or something, and then you would imagine yourself pulling yourself up on a rope or something like that. That's one of the methods that apparently helps or something. It's like, yeah. So I don't know. It's just right. Hello, retro gamer. How you doing? Welcome in here. Hit the like button, everybody. How you doing, everyone? Share this out if you can. That would be really appreciated. Got 19 in the house apparently, so welcome in. But yeah, I just don't believe in it. Thank you, Retro. What's your name, by the way? I love lucid dreaming. Such a treat when it happens. Yeah, I've never really been able to do it. Like, I've had times where I've kind of been in a sort of, like, if I get like deep into a thought, it's like it's almost like my mind kind of projects into that thought, and kind of like I can sort of almost forget that it's not real kind of thing, and sort of I'm in this sort of in between kind of state of just suspended disbelief and kind of just in this sort of zone, if you know what I mean. It's sort of hard to explain really, but it's this kind of dreamy kind of state, like in a trance, like in a deep trance. So I've had that a lot, where I've been like in a deep trance, and then like, yeah, ultimate delulu. Well, it's just something that just naturally happens, I think, when you're deep in some kind of fantasy or some kind of thing like that. But yeah, I hope everyone's well. Welcome to my live. If you are new here, please subscribe. Thank you for the likes. Yeah. But I don't know. Hi, John. Yeah. Well, you know. Oh yeah, Jace is saying it on his live, is he? Well, you know. I mean, fuck him. Hi, doggy. All right, Mikey, how you doing? Yeah, because I just was saying, if he's behind all this shit, then, because it's really fucking pissing me off. Someone's been messing around. And I'm thinking, well, who's really behind it all? Well, has he set somebody up to it? Or has somebody else done it? Has Runner Boy done it? Because somebody's been messing around. People have been getting blocked from my chat. And I'm thinking, well, he was a suspect because I just find him dodgy and just kind of someone that could be behind it. So he's just all kind of like trying to, try and play a fucking victim now. But he was saying, I'm not gonna I don't give you a second thought. Well, if he doesn't do that, then why is he talking about me then? Why is he saying what I've said then? So yeah, I would meet up with him. Well, yeah, well, he's just a fucking dick. I'm just saying, like, if he's done shit, then well, he fucking deserves that, Hi, Nam. Yeah, no, I'm originally from Lancashire. Hi, Calzob, I live in York now. It doesn't give a good impression. He had 44 watching. Well, doesn't it show who's blocking people? Not necessarily. Well, he's just a fucking dick, Yeah, I'll go fucking meet him, Maybe I'll send him a message and tell him, yeah, let's fucking meet then, I've already met him once, but, this time it won't be civil, if he's gonna, the guy's a fucking wanker. I don't have any fucking respect for him, Yeah, so he's just gonna take it out of context, is he then? So that, yeah. Or maybe I'll just go and say, yeah. Yeah, we can meet up face to face. Yeah, we'll do that then, Yeah. I'll just put, okay, let's sort it out face to face. There we go. All right, well, no, I'm not a mod in there anymore. Well, that's not a surprise. But anyway, so, yeah. I'll go fucking meet him and, yeah. If he wants to fucking, say shit, he can say it to me fucking face then, can't he, But I just know he's a fucking dick. Like he was lying about shit and the guy's a fucking, I don't know. Like I said, there was some things about him that are just kind of red flags, to say the least. Like when I was out with him, like he was saying, he was calling some females jailbait. That's literally what he said. He was literally like, like what is he even doing? Like, like saying that. It's just weird that he would say stuff like, I'm not interested. Like, why are you saying that some female is jailbait? Like, like, what are you, just, yeah, just weird and just like, I don't know. But yeah, yeah, we can like meet up face to face, I'd be up for that. I was thinking I could do a gym workout with him and fucking humiliate him. Because it seems like he's trying to get people on his lives that make him look good, Hello, Daniela. He doesn't seem to like it when somebody, is better than him at something. Like, he just kind of, he wants to, he always seems to want to be the, meant to look good, basically, on his lives. Oh, thank you, Daniela. So maybe when I meet him, we could just go to the gym together, and we could show each other a thing or two about working out and yeah. Well, I'll meet him, I'm not afraid. I'll do it tomorrow if he wanted to. Pick a time and a place, It's just whatever, All right, how's everybody doing tonight anyway? Hit that like button, everybody. Everyone seems to have gone, so. Oh, you're well, that's good then. Yeah. I'm okay, thank you. I didn't think he was actually going to mention anything. I'm not going to read what I actually sent to him because it was pretty nasty, to say the least. But, it's just, but I'm just saying because, hello, Lily, how you doing? Or whatever. Dale Clark's a fucking dick. He's a fucking cretin. Well, somebody's behind it all, Yeah, whatever, Dario. Good for you. If you want to believe that, then, good for you. But, Dale Clark's a fucking dick. And that fucking runner boy was like, bringing up comments in one of his lives saying, oh, this Dale Clark's mentioning you. And I don't give a fuck. I blocked fucking Dale Clark. I don't want to see his comments. And then that's how I fell out with Runner Boy. And then he just starts acting weird with me. And then Runner Boy's, sending me some message telling me that Jace has super chatted him, saying to me, are you mad about that or something? Like they're trying to get a rise out of me. Is that what Jace is trying to do on Runner Boy? They're trying to just like piss me off. But then Jace would say, oh, I don't give you a second thought. Well, if that's the case, then why is he going on his live to then talk about it then? If he doesn't give me a second thought whatsoever, then he would just kind of let it, whatever. I think we need to defend yourself. Yeah. Yeah, probably best to just block and ignore. Well, sometimes when you're getting like these kind of messages, it's hard to ignore and just kind of, it's just weird shit been going on. Like I said, with the YouTube, I'm thinking, well, who's behind all this? Who's behind all the people getting blocked? Somebody's behind it, aren't they? Someone would say, oh, maybe it's just some YouTube glitch. Really? I don't buy that. It just seems too convenient that some of my most common commenters were like getting blocked. People like Richard, Haley, and Emily, those are the ones I've had to unblock. So somebody's doing that. Yeah. So is Jace behind it? I don't know. Is Runner Boy behind it? I don't know. Maybe they're both behind it. Who knows? Did Jace put Runner Boy up to it, or did just Runner Boy just do it himself? Something's going on. Somebody's messing around. Because I take this stuff seriously. Somebody's abused their power as a moderator, and I do not take these things lightly. So if Jace has done it or Runner Boy has done it, own up to it now. Because I'm getting really fucking pissed off. Own up to the fucking thing right now. Just if whoever's done it, just tell me, and then okay. But hi Alondra, how you doing? Whoever's done it, tell me, because because it's like, look what it's fucking making me do, Look what it's making me do, it's like sending nasty messages. Like, if whoever's done it would just tell me who's done it, then I wouldn't be resorting to shit like that. Like, I had actually no intention of messaging Jace, but because he was a suspect, then I had to just set that to him, and then, because I want to make people realize that I do not take these things lightly. If people are doing that shit to me, then, I just, I've got to be careful what I say on here, but, so, yeah. But, Jace can, try and play the victim and all that kind of shit, it's like, he's dodgy, Something off with that guy, right? There's obviously something off with fucking Jace, with just the way he was acting, and apparently there was someone called All Hail the Glitch who was, and this is where I fell out with him, because someone called All Hail the Glitch was telling me that Jace said that I'd, said something about my unsuccessful camp, but when I asked him about it, I'm like, he denied it. And he had this fucking smirk on his face. Like he knew he was lying, but he was just, and so it was like, oh, it was obviously not me. It must have been this other person, because I'd only told 2 people at the time, and this glitch person said it was Jace that had done it. So, it pretty much made it almost certain that it was him that told the guy. It's just the fact that he would lie and pretend like he didn't. I'm just like, how could I trust this guy? And he was also saying stuff, oh, I'll send you super chats to help your channel out. But then, he didn't do that. He just sent a bunch to Yogi. But, he used to send me a few, but then why was he telling me that he was going to send me super chats then? Why is he lying then? Why lie? I don't have a problem if you don't want to super chat, okay, but like, why lie about it? Why is he telling lies for? You know? Because I can't stand these fucking people who, you know, it's just dodgy. You know, it's just, yeah, like, another thing was that I sent him a happy Easter message. That was actually the last message that I sent him before I stopped talking to him, and he ignored it, basically. He didn't reply or anything. So, you know, what does that say about him, you know? They never said anything, you know, in response to that, you know? That might sound like something small, but I don't think that's a big red flag when you send a happy Easter message to someone and then it's like you're ignored on that message. I think that's fucking rude. You know, it's fucking rude. Yeah. So he can try and twist things to try and play the fucking victim. He knows full well what he's fucking doing. And then it was weird because I was in someone's chat called Yogi, and then he was there, and I couldn't see his message, but then Yogi, you know, mentioned it, and it said something like that I'm another game player. Like, what are you even on about? Like, Jamie's another game player. So apparently, this guy who doesn't give me a second thought, but yet he took the time to make some kind of cryptic message in Yogi's chat. What do you mean I'm another game player? Because he mentioned my name. What are you talking about? Like, I think I have some receipt of it somewhere, but it would be on his replay at some point. What do you mean I'm another game player? What are you talking about? You know? Yeah, making you out to be the crazy like you or having a mental health episode. Yeah, that's what people are trying to do. That's what these trolls try to do, is to paint you out to be the one that's crazy when they were the one that started it all. You know? Or someone else started it and then they try to kind of make you look like the villain. Hello, CL. How you doing? I hope you're well. Welcome in here. Like, he was like, it's like he was trying to, like, when I met him, he's like got me to like feel his chest because he was probably trying to make me feel inferior or something, and you know, it also seemed toxic. And when I was with him, he was saying stuff like, "Oh, well, you know, 90% of women would think that you're better looking if you have your shirt on, but it might not be the same with the shirt off." It's like he was trying to make me feel uncomfortable in my own skin in a kind of like, what do you call it, like backhanded compliment kind of weird kind of way, you know? Like, what's that about? Like, why are you even saying stuff like that, you know? What you mean, like, Steam sounds like a weird power play. Yeah, it's like he was trying to get in my head to make me feel inferior, you know? Because he knows that he has a certain thing that he's kind of, you know, look at me, I do all these burpees or whatever, and I struggle with a lot of that because, you know, I'm not really built for that as the same that he is. But he's like, you know, it just kind of makes me look kind of, you know, inferior. But I bet you if I got on the weight machines or on the free weights, I would absolutely destroy him on that. I don't think that he would actually, you know, I don't think he would actually go to the gym with me and have it filmed. Let's film it. Let's see, you know, how strong I am compared to you, because, you know, you love showing off and look at me doing all these burpees, not sweating, but I would be sweating like a pig and like struggling because I'm just not naturally built the same for that. I mean, I've got a lot more body weight than him, and it's like him trying to kind of, and he's more just, because he's done that particular exercise so much that he's gotten good with that. But I would beat him in a lot of other areas, but he probably wouldn't want to. I think he actually felt uncomfortable when I did jump squats on live, and he actually gave up before I did, and it seemed like he didn't really want to keep that live going. Apparently, I don't know if it was true. He said he had a headache or something, and maybe that was true, but I don't know. Like he always has to try and turn it into the way he wants it, to try and look like, he's the fittest one and whatever. But whenever it comes to absolute strength, I would absolutely destroy him. I would destroy him on squats, deadlifts, that kind of stuff, I don't like to compare myself to people, but it's like the way he tries to kind of, hi, Jerry, how you doing? I hope you're well. And another time, he also said something like, when I mentioned that I did a 130 kilogram deadlift, he said, listen to what he said. You have, what is it? Deceptive strength. What you mean by that? Hello, Christ follower. That sounds like some, that sounds like some insult, like a kind of one of these insult kind of things, right? Yeah, Anton says he's been in the hospital, but yeah, I hope you're all right anyway. Hit that like button. So, what you mean I have deceptive strength? That sounds like an insult. It's like you're trying to tell me I look like I'm not strong enough to lift that. That sounds insulting to me, that. Like, why would you even say that? All right, bring Britain back. Yeah, whatever, I just think that, biblical God, there's just, doesn't make any sense to me. The way that they say that, there's this all-loving God who is all-powerful, all this, all that, but yet they can't stop famines, they can't stop hunger, like suffering and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, whatever, whatever. But it is what it is, Yeah, it's just pathetic. Says the loser speaking to 6 people on the live. Oh yeah, well, well, at least I've got 6 people, How many people do you have on a live right now? Could you get people watching you on a live? Well, I'm talking about in terms of like the way people describe God and the attributes that God has and the power and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, if we're just talking about from, like, as in like a God that has all this power that, that he's all knowing, therefore he knows which people he's going to send to hell, I know Anton's got a different point of view on it all, but be back in 5 minutes, just making a cup of tea. Okay, take care. Yeah. I think God just made it up. It's up to us whether or not to be actual good people. Yeah, that's kind of how I don't know. I just feel like, there's, I don't think we can just magically, just get, help from God to like, I mean, I don't know. It just all seems like it just doesn't make any sense to me. Just the whole thing of religion and, you have to worship this God that is causing suffering. Really? I ain't worshipping any of that. hell is, people think of it, doesn't exist. So what is it? Is it like a state of mind? Some people say that heaven and hell are a state of mind, like that you create your own heaven and hell within. I mean, I could kind of see that as a perspective of, say, like, if you do bad things, then you're probably gonna feel some kind of hell state in your own mind. Like if you've sinned, if you will. I feel religion is just an excuse to blame someone. Right. What do you mean as in blaming the devil or blaming God or something or whatever? Like, oh, well, Satan or the devil made me do it or something. I was possessed by Satan. Huh, yeah, whatever. Yeah, so I get that. This seems a bit of a, kind of a scapegoat a lot of the time, isn't it? Oh, I was possessed. I was this and that, you know? Yeah, whatever. Anyway, if anybody's new here, please subscribe, you know? But yeah, just a lot of toxic people, who are just trying to, I didn't want it to have to come to all this, but it's just, somebody needs to be found out to be whoever's behind it all, because I'm not just going to let them get away with it, It's like, people need to be held accountable. If they're messing around and causing problems, then it's like, I'm going to have a word with them, because I'm not happy. It's just not funny, is it, What are they getting out of it? Is it some kind of sick kind of revenge thing or something? Who's behind it all? If they could just be honest, then I could at least have some respect for them for honesty. But if they're just going to continue to, okay, whatever, bring Britain back. Anyway. Right. Is everybody all right tonight then? You have legitimate questions and concerns. The answers you seek are in the Bible. Well, why can't you answer me right now? Surely it shouldn't be that hard to explain, right? So are you saying that God isn't all-powerful then? Because if you're saying that there is no eternal soul, then therefore God hasn't got infinite power. Because infinite power means that all is possible, and which then it kind of contradicts the idea of that there needs to be evil in the first place if that's the case. Because, like, why couldn't we live in a world where there doesn't need to be that? If you have infinite power, therefore you don't have infinite power, because if you're saying that, oh well, reality still has limitations, but then I don't know, it's just none of it makes any sense to me. So it's like people say, oh, the answers are in the Bible. It's like, why can't you explain it then? Yeah. I don't know. What time are we on? 20:35. I could be going a little bit longer, then I'll get going, but yeah. Yeah, fuck these fucking pathetic waste of space people, who, So I don't have any fucking respect for these fucking people, So I'm not gonna say sorry, because, like I said, I have no respect. So like for like fucking Jace if it, you know, for what he's done. Otherwise, I would like kind of, you know, that I wouldn't have even gone that far with, you know, and I probably wouldn't have even thought he was even capable of doing that. But it's possibly Runner Boy, but they might be both in on it, kind of thing, because they might be both chatting with each other in secret. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But I definitely don't think Jace would have stopped him from doing that if it is him. Welcome back, Jerry. So who do you think's, you know, Jerry, who do you think is it's going to be Jace or Runner Boy? But I think if it was Jace, then he probably put Runner Boy up to it. You know, because he was the one that still had a spanner at the time, and but then when I was calling him out the other night, and then he come into the chat, and then trying to kind of like say, "Oh, well, you know, you just have all this anger towards people that, you know, that have different views of blah blah blah." It's like, no, they're like not actually addressing the actual problems and whatever, and I think it could be connected to them both, definitely. Yeah, I think that I think that there's some kind of connection going on and plan to try and sabotage my channel because, you know, because they just don't like me. But then Jace was claiming that I'm like, in a text saying that I'm obsessed with him. It's like, no, I'm not. You know? Sometimes you have to be angry at people, especially if they are fake. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be angry at people, but it's like, it's just human nature, you know? It's just what it is. They can't tell people, oh, just get over it, blah, blah, blah. It's like sometimes with human nature, it's like we have our emotions. Everyone's got their own way of dealing with things, you know? So I don't know why, you know, if Runner Boy is behind it, why can't he just be happy with his fucking channel and his, you know, he was doing some, you know, Kilimanjaro trip, you know, hiking up there, you know? Why can't he just be happy with that? So he's obviously been like, he's probably been watching in secret or whatever and just like seeing that I was saying shit about him because he probably got triggered because I called him out. I called them all out. I called Jace out. I called, or else I called, you know, Runner Boy out, and I called Gravity Core Fitness out because they're a bunch of, you know, just like shit as people as well. Because like I said, they were letting some fucking troll just like bully me basically. They saw it happening and they didn't do anything. They could have literally just clicked on the fucking, either took his spanner away or give me one to avoid me getting timed out. Why were they letting him do that? You know? Why were they letting him time? Why are they letting him time me out? They knew it was going on and they just let it happen. You know? They think it's fucking funny or something. So I ain't going fucking that channel again. Fuck them as well, you know? And fuck that mod in there as well. Hello, Sumid. Yeah, it's toxic behavior, you know? All those people are fucking toxic. And then it's like, I have no problem with Yogi, but it's just, it just feels like sometimes that he's just a bit too kind of neutral with things, really. It's like, oh, well, I don't want to take any sides because I don't know I don't want to fall out with any of you. I really like you guys, and I don't want to cause any drama. I just want everybody to get on. We should all just sit back and meditate. we should all just read a book. We should all live in harmony with nature. And that is what I do. I have risen above hate. I do not hate anyone. I am divine. I am ascended because I have learned to be spiritual. So I won't take sides because taking sides is not spiritual. So yeah, it just feels like sometimes he just kind of, I don't know. I get it. It's just like sometimes you don't want to get in the middle of things and you're just kind of like, but if there is like accusations about people, I think we should take them seriously, you know? But do you remember, Jerry? I don't know if anyone remembers, there was this guy called, what was he called? Fisherman's Lodge. He also used to be called Burpee Fisherman. And then, like, Jace were telling me that he was a convicted nonce or something. I mean, it's like, that would not surprise me, so, but yeah. But that, I remember that, you know, like, Burpee Fisherman was, like, causing a lot of trouble as well. And he was trying to, like, turn me against Jace, but it turns out that, you know, that Jace can't really be trusted either. It's just, I don't know. It is what it is at the end of the day, isn't it, you know? It's like, if people are, like, dodgy, then they will eventually slip up and expose themselves in some way. But yeah. Hi, Mint Herbert. Star in your own movie and, like, don't become, like, nihilistic a bit and then, like, violate what are you on about? I don't know, is this some troll again or something? Anyway, thank you for the 9 likes, everybody. What do you mean, OMG? I'll do a few more minutes and I'm gonna get going. I don't know. I don't know, like, I can't tell if people are being sarcastic or what or anything. It's just, I don't know. So people come up with some random comments and things, and but it's just like I said, I'm really fucking, like, pissed off at whoever's done this shit, you know, that they've been messing around, and, like, they're gonna have to be held accountable. So if Jace has anything to do with it, then yeah, let's meet up face to face, you know. Because is he gonna deny it to me face to face if he's really done it? I don't think that runner boy would meet me face to face, would he? You know, he just hides in his mum's basement or something and just, you know. Oh, really? That's good then. He just hide in his mum's basement and just the lift in his it's in his mum's basement or something, and then yeah. Hi, Killer Zombie. Oh yeah, the Bible bashers. Yeah, no, I understand if someone wants to believe in God as some kind of, like, comfort blanket or something, but it's when people are trying to, like, push it on other people, and, you know, when you get these people screaming in the street of, like, about being saved and blah, 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 and, like, Jesus is coming back, it just, you know, it can be a bit, like, obnoxious, can't it, you know? Yeah. Now, you also get some atheists that try and push their views as well, but I think it's just when people have, like, a certain view and they're very militant about it, I don't agree with that. You will feel better if you stop reacting right now. Your confrontational stance just increases your anger. Well, you know. We'll see if Jace will come out and meet me, you know. I'll give him a challenge to come to the gym with me, and we'll do a session in there and see how he gets on with it, you know. So we'll see, what we, you know, and we'll film it, you know. See how we both get on. Because it's like he just probably wanted to try and humiliate me on live stream or something. We'll see what you get this time around there, you know. I mean, I'm not really wanting to get into drama and stuff. It's just, welcome back, Haley. So just, yeah, so Jace has been basically like exposing that I'd been basically sending nasty message and since last night to him. It's because, like I said, I was saying if he has done, you know, if he is the one responsible for it, then it's like, yeah, I'm not going to say what I said to him, but, you know, but it's just, it wasn't very nice to say the least. And I'm not going to even take it back, even if it turns out he is innocent, because I do not have any respect for him. Jason, old man, now I've noticed a change in his behavior since his muscle growth, but he's so tiny and skinny. He hasn't even really grown any muscles since I've seen him, really. He's basically just stayed the same. I've not noticed really any change. I think he bulked up a bit, but I think he just mainly gained a little bit of fat because his style of workouts don't really probably build that much muscle. Like doing a bunch of burpees and stuff like that. Also, at his age, it might be a bit more difficult to build muscle as well, I guess. So there's probably that as well, but his style of training is more of like, he does a lot of endurance style of stuff. And he'd be better on a lot of that stuff than me. So when he was like having me on live with him, and it just made me look shit because I'm not designed for that as much. I've been training a lot more kind of explosive kind of stuff, and like kind of, I have pretty good cardio as well though, because I would beat him in a race if I ran with him as well. I'd also beat that runner boy as well. Funny, he calls himself runner boy, but he hardly even runs anymore. And I was just saying that the name seems a bit disingenuous. Call yourself runner boy, but you don't even hardly even run. Because all I see him do is lift a bunch of weights, you know? But he calls his channel runner boy. A joke. To be honest, I wouldn't want to get into like a fight with him or anything, because it wouldn't look good. Because he's no match for me. I wouldn't want to be like, you know, unless he provoked me into it, unless he made any kind of moves or anything, like, because he would just look like pathetic, basically. Jimmy's Fitness. Who's that? I don't know who Jimmy's Fitness is. And about Jim King Fitness, that's Dale Clark's account. So, are you Dale Clark? Are you pretending to be somebody else? Like you're trying to play both sides? Like you're trying to pretend to be on my side and on his side at the same time? Is that what you're trying to do? Yeah. All right, I don't know. It's just you were saying you was watching him or something, and yeah, it's just so weird. And this Dale Clark person was using a channel called Jim King Fitness, and then telling me that he met up with Jace and that he was acting weird and stuff. But it was all just probably a wind up. But it wouldn't surprise me though. I had a look because I was curious, but seeing a little old man in some dirty room, lol. How did you find him then? Did you find Jace? Because I had to put in like Jace and then burpees to find him, but it's like, yeah, he just looks like a skinny guy with abs, you know? It's like his abs are like his selling point. Jace Fitness, right? His abs are his selling point, basically. He just did a whole bunch of sit-ups or whatever, and it's like that's his selling point, basically. It's like he's this 50-plus-year-old guy with abs. It's like, well, big fucking deal. You can get abs at any time, really, but it's just I don't know. It's just it is what it is. But yeah, it's just yeah. So this was my impression of him. Hello, my name's James, and we're gonna do some fitness. So we're gonna start off with some planks and some burpees. So let's get started. Hello, Zena. Yeah, my dog's called Zena. We're gonna start some workout. Yeah, we're gonna do some warm up first. We're gonna stretch out those muscles. Yeah, just do some stretches. Yeah, stretches. Yeah. I have a feeling he subscribed to me on here, lol. Why do you think that is? Yeah, so start off with doing some stretches. So we're gonna do some of this stuff. Yeah. We're gonna do some stretches. Yeah. So I just read the chat right now. There's somebody saying that I look like Gary Glitter. It said, someone in the chat just said, is that Gary? Oh, Gary Glitter's quite toned now, isn't he? Yeah, skinny old man with abs, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, my dog's seen it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's full of energy and seen it. Is it Belgian Malinois? It's seen it. Yeah. I mean, he's kind of like the whole Bruce Lee thing. It's like very wiry looking guy, is what I'd say he is. I mean, he has muscle tone, but it's like, yeah. But I mean, if he wants to do that, cool. That's up to him, isn't it? Like I said, though, it's like he can probably do better with a lot of the bodyweight exercises, but because I've got so much bodyweight, I can actually, it gets me quite strong, actually. Because even just doing push-ups, it's, quite heavy for me. So if I was to try and lift a, barbell or something, then I can do quite heavy or something. Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh, my mum, yeah, she's just been having some issues. She's had to have her tooth removed and stuff. Yeah, just yeah. Yeah, I won't die. It's it's all right, yeah. Yeah. Thank you for the 12 likes, everybody. I'll just show you where my physique currently is at if you're interested. Yeah. I'll just take off my top so you can see where we're currently at. But this is, well, right, look at, you know. I just, do a lat spread as well, look. Got lats coming on there as well. Alright, that's enough of that. But yeah, it's been getting a bit cold lately at night time. Yeah. But it's just funny how, like, when I met up with Jess, he wouldn't, like, it didn't seem like he really wanted to, you know, be in the same shot with me, because we were both on our own separate lives, and we were all both kind of doing our own thing. Almost like he didn't want to, like, be in the same shot with me, because people would see, like, how much bigger I am. It's almost like he didn't want to do that. Like he's, yeah, afraid to kind of be exposed for how small he actually is. Like he was trying to kind of, you know, get in my head about, like I said, about my body or something like that. Like he was low-key trying to, you know, get in my head to think my body's inferior or something like that. That seemed to be what he was trying to do. But by first saying 90% of women would say that you look better with your shirt on, but without your shirt on, that might be different. Well, why are you saying such a thing? It just seemed to kind of come out of nowhere and, like, to try and make me feel bad, you know? At the time, I didn't really think much of it, but looking back, there was a lot of things that happened on that day that were just kind of odd. So he said something, I don't know, like, but he said something about that. I remember he said that he had a job that he got fired from for some kind of, he said it was all like consensual or something like that, but it was supposedly like someone was apparently like he was getting fired and they were just trying to just find some excuse to get rid of him or something. Something like sexual misconduct or something like that. Something along those kind of lines. Something along those lines. I don't know what to believe in, but was he? You know, I don't want to accuse him of anything, but it's like, is he telling me the whole truth? You know. Because I have a long memory with things like, and I'm, you know, I start to piece things together and, hi Logs. Okay. Anyone heard of a fella called Ren Jill? Just why? Well, who's that? What are they like? Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. It's just, I'm like, you know, what's going on? Like, well, he said that he explained the reason why it all happened and stuff, but I just think the whole thing of it, the way he was being with his workers, even if what he said was true, there's a bit kind of, I don't know. It's just, it kind of paints a picture of who he is. And I remember he said something that when he was younger, he used to cheat all the time. He would go and, you know, secretly be like cheating. And it's like, you know, it's just, I mean, yeah, people can change, people can settle down and whatever, but I don't know. It's just, again, it's just another, oh, really? I don't know, but it's just, like I said, I don't want to accuse him of anything, but it's just that all these little things that I heard, all these things that when he said something like, when he looked at some females and said they're jailbait, and then like, it doesn't really paint the best kind of picture, does it? So he can try and paint his picture of me being a psycho or whatever, but what kind of person is he? Because I don't forget things. Is he being like, is he hiding stuff? Is he hiding a past or something? I don't know. We don't know what he's ever done, and it's just, who knows? And then maybe someone should do a background check on him or something to see if there's anything on him. I'm not saying there is, but might be worth checking out. Be interesting to see if there's any dirt anyone can find on him. I don't know. I just wish I never got involved in all this shit, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know. What's your plans for the weekend? I don't know, really. I didn't know you were welcome back. So yeah, like I said with this Jace, apparently he's been mentioning it on his live, that things I've said to him, and in a text, trying to put it out to all his 40 odd people, whatever, and trying to like sort of paint me out to be the bad guy. But there's a lot of weird things about him that I could humiliate him. So you want to play these fucking games, then let's bring it. I'd fucking meet the guy. If that's what he wants to do, let's do it. Let's do a workout. Let's go to the gym. See how much weight you can lift. I don't think he's capable of the same as what I would do. Because you might say, well, why should I even bother with that? It's just that because he's been trying to make me feel inferior. Like he was low key trying to kind of make me feel like I'm, inadequate or something. But we're two different people. We have different leverages and stuff, and different kind of disciplines of training and stuff like that. All right, let's try and see how many sit-ups I can do without stopping. I mean, it's not without stopping. I mean, in 1 minute. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna set this in the other room and see where we're at with the sit-ups. So I'm just gonna, see what I can do. So all right. So I have to get like a timer on me thing. So yeah, stop. Hello, Matt. Come on. How you doing? I'm all right, thank you. How you doing? So, stop clock, or whatever it's called, stopwatch. Right. So we're gonna try and see how long it takes to do 60. But before I do that, I'm going to the toilet quickly. So, all right, be back in a second. I'm going to take my jacket off for this one because, yeah, it's just not going to help me, is it? It's just adding extra weight that I don't need. So, right. So we're going to, I just need to put it in the right place. So, because I need to I'll put my feet under here so I've got somewhere to do that. So, just got to get ready to go with it. So, right, here we go. I'm just gonna give up there, I think. But it's not really comfortable under the bed. So I try and put my feet under there, really. It's not ideal, but yeah, so so did about, what was it, 34 in about 42 seconds? Something like that. But yeah. But it's just a good, like, test of fitness, really. I think I did about 54 in a minute on the park bench. So I had a proper place to, like, put my feet under. Somewhere where they were actually, like, rested. So, yeah. All right, Alondra. So, yeah, just haven't really done that for a while, so it's good to see that I've still got the power on that stuff, really. I don't really do sit-ups a lot because, I don't know, I don't really think they're the most effective for, like, ab training necessarily, but I try to do more slow, controlled kind of stuff with, like, crunches, like ab flexion stuff, so, but each their own, I guess, really, but, yeah. Anyway, I hope you're all well tonight, people. Yeah, cool, Backman, yeah. But, so everybody had a good day today, then. Let's get this shared out if you can. Won't be on too much longer, though, but yeah. Yeah, what's everybody up to then? Is everybody okay? Welcome in. Keep the chat flowing, guys. Definitely a better day watching you all, really. Oh, thank you. Went for a walk around York today. Oh, cool. Yeah, where did you go? Have you ever been around the city walls? It's a good walk around there, isn't it? I think it's almost like 2 miles around there, actually. It's quite a long walk, actually, around the city walls. But yeah, yeah, what's everybody's plans? What else is plans for the weekend then? But hi, Tony, how you doing? Welcome in. Day off tomorrow and working Sunday. Oh, yeah. So yeah, so it'd be good to take yourself around York and it, because yeah, go like see some sights and stuff, and gets you out and about, gets you moving, gets you burning some calories, I suppose. I'm well, thanks for asking. What about yourself? Yeah, I'm all right. Just just been dealing with a lot of crappy people, just trying to just get in my head, really. But it's just might go for a longer walk somewhere, somewhere cool. Yeah, you just got. You don't want to put too much pressure on yourself. It's like if you're out there and you feel like doing more, then do more. But you don't want to like set your mind to like doing something really hard and then feel like you're I don't want to do this kind of thing. Yeah, I'm not really into cats and stuff really personally, but I don't know, I can't really be bothered with all that really right now. I love walking miles. Oh yeah, that's good. Tony says I see it. Okay, do you have a cat or something? Hmm. Yeah, is everyone all right? I have cats. Oh yeah, you're a cat mother. Huh. Yeah. Oh, 7. Oh wow, that's quite a lot. I think my mate had about 8 cats and like 3 dogs or something. Huh. Blimey. Oh yeah, rescue cats. Yeah, it's good to like rescue cats. I like walking, just wish I had someone to walk with. Yeah, I suppose it can be a bit better when you've got some company there, I suppose. Depends really. I used to have 6, but now I only have 3 now, but one's such a snuggle bug. Oh really? Do you like that? I love walking with someone, but also love walking on my own sometimes with music playing. Sometimes it's good to just walk on your own and just be left to your own thoughts and just kind of your mind's clear and you can just kind of have that kind of mental clarity and all that and just kind of feel relaxed and just kind of have these thoughts come to your mind. But when you've got all these distractions, you've got all this kind of clutter going on, and it's hard to really kind of switch off and just have ideas come to you and things like that. So yeah, but I suppose it depends. Oh yeah, Leeds Liverpool Canal. Yeah, I used to walk down there when I was in Blackburn. It's probably about halfway down the canal. It was like sort of yeah, we would sort of just like walk from one end, not one end to the other, but like we'll walk a couple of miles up the canal or whatever. Um, yeah, yeah, we did quite a long walk once actually on the canal. I remember we was with me, we went out with my grandparents and stuff, and we would walk sort of like down the canal. Like we walked from, yeah, I'm not gonna. I mean, it's because no one really probably knows where it all is, but we probably did a couple of miles easily. Because the canal's quite windy and stuff. It's not like a straight line, is it? I actually once went on a canal barge where it was only like 4 miles, something like that, but it was maybe a bit more. It was a few miles actually, but yeah. But they could only go at like something like 4 miles an hour. So pretty much just going at like walking pace for like the whole time. You could almost like walk faster than these canal barges go. But it's good to like experience that, I suppose. Just yeah, go for a trip down the canal. Yeah, thank you for the 14 likes, everybody. Nice one. Is everybody all right tonight then? Okay. What did you do? What do you have? Not really had much this evening. I'm gonna have some after. So we'll be getting off soon and get some food. But yeah. Any more questions, guys? Yeah. There's not really anyone in here now, so it's good to hang out with you all. It's probably about time I get going. All right, everybody. Take care. Bye for now.